What's up guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. I know it's been a minute, but I've been traveling for the holidays, going back and forth between Texas the last 2 weeks, but we're back now. I've actually completely overhauled my entire film camera collection for this channel, and one of the new cameras that I picked up is the Fuji GA645. This is a medium format point and shoot camera. I'm pretty new to 645, but having 16 frames is great. I've only shot 3 rolls on it so far while I was at home for Christmas in Texas. I'll show you some of those photos right now. But today we're in a local state park here in Tennessee. The sun has finally come out, so I can finally make a new video. We're just gonna walk around, try and make some cool photos for you guys. The sun is pretty harsh right now, so we're gonna load up some HP5 to start the day off with some black and white, and hopefully as we progress towards golden hour, we'll load up some Portrait 400. This video will probably be kind of like a first impressions video because, like I said, I've only shot 3 rolls on it so far, so I still am learning about it, but so far so good. I will say off the rip, it's just an incredibly fun camera. I don't know if I'm gonna hold on to it forever, but I'm having a blast with it for sure so far. And 645, while it doesn't measure up to 6x7, it's not quite there. It is pretty amazing getting 16 scans back per roll. All right, let's load up this roll of HP5. Alright, gonna roll this down. 400 for HP5. Back to P for program, I think. Should have looked that up. Alright, good to go. Hey guys, we drove across town because I was feeling kind of unlucky about the golden hour because there was so much tree coverage, and so I want to make sure you guys see what the camera can do with some good light. So we kind of came back near downtown Knoxville, so we're going to walk around here. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know that we switched up the spot to finish the video off. So let's keep going. So I wanted to leave you guys with the first impressions, kind of my thoughts about the camera, running through a few rolls with it. I did purchase it in December from a buddy out in California, and so far so good. I've seen a lot of YouTube videos popping up recently because the point and shoot craze is kind of at an all-time high, and I just thought, you know, medium format point and shoot, why would I not want to give that a try? And plus I thought it'd make for some good content for you guys here on YouTube. So here are 4 things that kind of have stood out to me just initially getting to know the camera. The first thing that has stood out to me is about the viewfinder. The viewfinder on this camera is actually inverted, meaning that if I'm looking at this to take a horizontal photo, it's actually going to be a vertical photo, and vice versa. If I'm trying to take a vertical photo, it's actually horizontal right now. So this is actually very wacky and very off-putting, and even still now when I put it up to my eye sometimes, I'm kind of a little bit shook up about it. But the good news is that this camera has an incredibly clear viewfinder with very bright frame lines. So even though you might forget when you put it up to your eye and you think, oh God, I forgot about this, your brain kind of snaps back into focus pretty quick because of the viewfinder being so strong and bright in that way. So it's not something that's really bothered me. It's just something that I'm having to get used to still, but definitely nothing that I would say is a deal breaker at all. But it definitely is a quirky feature about this camera. I'm definitely not the smartest guy when it comes to cameras, so I don't know if there was a way to work around this or not, but I've heard that it had to be this way because it's 645 format. And so, yeah, it just is what it is. It's not really bothering me, but it definitely takes a little bit of time to get used to. The second thing that I would mention about this camera is the ergonomics, which is a fancy word of just saying how the camera feels in your hand. And it's a 10 out of 10. There's no other way around it. It's a really light camera, whether it's in my hand right now or whether it's hanging around my neck, walking around town. It's just really light. So to have a medium format camera that's this comfortable around my neck or in the hands is just amazing. On top of that, it has a grip right here, which surprisingly a lot of older film cameras really dropped the ball when it came to giving you a good grip. But this has a totally strong grip here. That's just awesome. I love the grip. Then when it comes to the dials, you have this one dial up here that controls your LCD screen, which controls your ISO or shows you what frame count you're on, as well as a dial on the back of the camera by the viewfinder that lets you change from P mode to A mode to M mode, which I should have looked up what those mean, but I'm pretty sure it would just be program, auto, or probably manual. So yeah, you do have a little bit of control, but for me, I didn't buy this camera for control or to do manual focus or any of that jazz, so I don't touch this one that often. But yeah, you have all these options on the back. The third thing that I would point out is the noise of this camera. It sounds like a robot or something from the 80s or something from the future. It's so strange, the noises that it makes, whether it's the noises to wind the camera when you're winding the film or the film is being wound back up, or the shutter sound. It's just wacky, man. There's no other way to say it. It's really loud, so I don't think you would purchase this camera to be discreet or to do street photography, but if you were, probably not the camera for you. Hasn't bothered me at all because I'm usually not looking to be discreet when I'm photographing, but if I was, that would be a pretty big issue because the camera is pretty loud. But if you're like me and you're not looking to be sneaky when you photograph, not a big deal, but definitely something that I thought I should mention. The fourth and final thing that I want to talk about the camera is the glass. Obviously, when it comes down to any camera, whether you're shooting digital or film, the glass is the big deal, maybe the biggest deal, some people would say. So there is many iterations of this camera. If you search this camera on eBay, you'll see a ton of different options, whether it's the 645, the normal one like the one I have. You'll see some that say Z after it, or the ZI. You'll see versions that have a zoom lens, or you'll see versions that have a lens that's not a zoom lens. So for me, I bought this camera to travel with, just to kind of hand it to a friend or to let my wife use when we're traveling. So I wanted kind of a wider focal length to take pictures of landscapes or buildings or something of that nature. I wasn't ever buying this camera to take portraits, so I wasn't really interested in a longer focal length. So the 60mm for me was gonna do the trick, and I'd seen other people use it. And so I bought this one, and I have to say that the lens, it's just tack sharp, man. It's not gonna do what a 6x7 negative is gonna produce on a camera like that, but I mean, it's getting the job done. So far, I have no complaints about the sharpness of the lens. I've actually been surprised of how sharp it is. And like I said, maybe not something like a 6x7, 6x9, definitely not large format, but it is leagues ahead of 35mm, which is making it that much more fun to walk around with. But yeah, I wanted to let you guys know that the Super EBC Fujinon lens is killing it. I'm enjoying it a lot, and I definitely have no complaints about the lens quality so far. I want you guys to hear this sound. Yeah, so pretty aggressive. Oh, I've never seen that come out. That's not good. We had a little bit of a malfunction, so if you don't know, film pro tip, always carry a hair tie to wrap these bad boys up. Ilford, make more reliable tape. You failed me. So now we're gonna load up everyone's favorite film, Portrait 400, for the golden hour finale. Here come some of those weird noises that we've been referencing again. This sounds like Star Wars from the 1970s, man. I've just offended some diehard Star Wars fans. All right, got it to the arrow. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. If you did, please don't forget to like the video as well as subscribe to the YouTube channel. That really lets me know that you're enjoying all the content and the videos that we're trying so hard to make about film photography. You can also follow me on Instagram somewhere around here. If you follow my Instagram, that just lets you know what's going on with the channel here, as well as the videos that we have coming up. And you can also see the film photographs that I'm sharing throughout the week. So that means so much when you guys choose to follow me there too. So please do that. And we'll see you on the next video. You guys think I look like I'm taking senior portraits here? Leave a like if you like this senior portrait that we're doing here. Everybody's driving by on this road. I'm trying to do this outro and people are like, these dorks look like they're taking senior photos.